Hello everyone. So let's start today's session now. So yesterday I told you that we will go through the application load balancer again. Yesterday we have learned about uh, public load balancer. Okay, but today we will go through the private load balancer. That will be private application load balancer. But before going to that topic, we'll have to learn the basic of networking. Okay. So, in this topic, first we will create a hybrid network. Okay, a hybrid network in the VPC. A VPC in the AWS, there is a VPC which you can use to manage your network, your private network, your public network. So first of all, we will go through that. Okay, and first of all, we will create a hybrid network. In that network, few part of that network will be public and a few part of that network will be private. Okay. So this topic will be little bit is advanced, so you'll have to take care of this. Okay. So let me share my screen and then first I will create hybrid a hybrid network. Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, Chandna.
Sir, I'm present, sir. Due to some network issues, I can't able to join. Also, I joined another link. Sachin sir has shared the link now,
Okay,
so I joined.
okay.
Sorry,
Okay,
sir. Thank you,
I
sir.
have marked your attendance. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
And okay, thank you. So, hmm, so let's start with the topic. So first of all, we will have to create a VPC, virtual private cloud, that is the private network in the AWS. Okay. So after that, we will go through the uh, private application load balancer. Okay. So let's create hybrid VPC. Go to search bar and search for VPC. Okay. It's isolated cloud resources. So what you will do in this actually, we will learn in detail about the VPC in coming days. Okay, but today I will go through the basic of the VPC. So when you will access the VPC, you will get a default VPC already created. When you will click on your VPCs, you can see this is the default VPC created in the Singapore region. So every region have their default VPC. That VPC will used by all EC2 instance which you will create on that region. Okay. So I'm just going to rename it to default so you can easily identify that which one is your default VPC. So if you have any default VPC, don't no need to delete that. Okay. And next step is I will create a hybrid VPC. Few part of that VPC will be public and few part of VPC will be private. So before going through that, I'm just going to uh, paint a diagram so you can easily understand what we are going to do. Okay. Okay. So just think this is your VPC. Okay. This is the VPC. And I have divided this VPC in two part. Okay. I will divide into part. So first will be your public VPC. VPC means your private network, okay? And this will be another will be your private VPC, okay? So I have one VPC and there are two part inside, okay? So public VPC will have internet access, and private VPC, no, sorry, internet, okay? And one more thing I want to add. So when you will create a VPC, you will have to assign some IP address, okay, to them. That's called CIDR. So that will be like 10 dot 10 dot 10 dot uh, 0 dot 0 slash 16. Okay. So first of all, you'll have to allocate some IP address to your VPC, and that IP address you'll have to divide in some subnets. Okay. So this will be your subnet 1, and this will be your subnet 2. Okay. So in a VPC, you can create multiple subnet, uh, and you can allocate some IP address to them. Actually, in the VPC, you have approx 65,000 of IP address. Okay, but before using that, you'll have to divide in some subnet. Okay, so just I have subnet 1 and subnet 2. And I have made that subnet 1 as a public subnet, a public VPC, and subnet 2 will work as a private. So how you can configure that? Okay. So when you will create uh, any EC2 instance, so you'll have to select that subnet. Like if you want to make your EC2 instance public, you will have to select subnet 1. Okay. And if you want to make your instance private, you'll have to select subnet 2. So first of all, we will create some private EC2 instance, okay, in the subnet 2. Then I will attach those subnet, those EC2 instance with private load balancer, and that will be accessible only through this public VPC, because this public VPC is a part of your VPC. Okay, both have the same LAN local area network. Hmm. So this is only possible with a hybrid network, or you can create another way like you can use VPN also. Hmm. So let's create a VPC and let's create a subnet for that. So whenever you will create any subnet, okay, if you will create a public subnet, create at least two public subnet and create at least two private subnet. So let's go with that. So first I will create a VPC, go to create VPC option, select VPC only, write their name. I'm writing it to VPC and okay. And in CIDR, you'll have to write some private IP address. So 10.10.0 0.0.0/16. So this IP address I will use, okay, and in the next you can create your VPC. So this VPC is now created. Now go back to your subnets, okay. So after VPC, you will have to create subnets. So you can see there are three subnets already created in the VPC. That subnet is the part of your default VPC. You can see actually this Singapore region have three availability zone, and that's why they have created at least three subnet for every availability zone. Okay, so when you will select any subnet while creating your EC2 instance, that instance will be created on that particular availability zone. Okay, so this is the default one, so no need to do anything. Just create a new subnet for your VPC. So first select your VPC where you want to create a subnet. So this one is default and this one is the new custom VPC. Okay. And next is you'll have to write your subnet name. So I'm writing it to subnet 1 public. Okay, you can write any name to them. And next is availability zone. So when you will create your subnet, you'll have to select your availability zone. So for my first subnet, I will select this AP South 1A. It means when you will choose your subnet 1 while creating that EC2 instance, that instance will be created in AP South 1A availability zone. Okay, and next is IPv4 CIDR block. So in this, this is your VPC CIDR. Okay, and what will be your subnet CIDR? You will have to write your subnet CIDRs like 10.0.0.0.0/24 because 16 have more IP address than 24. We will take another session on subnetting and networking. We will have a separate session on that. So at that time, we will discuss more on that. Okay. So right now, I am just using that 24. It means you will get a 256 IP address. You can see that. Okay. And next is create subnet. So the first subnet is created. Okay. So there are total four subnet. Three subnet is the part of your default VPC. So no, don't need to do anything. And the first subnet is the part of VPC and that is the custom VPC which we are creating. Okay. Next, create your subnet. Select your VPC, that same VPC, and I will create one more subnet. Okay. Subnet to public. Okay. And select your availability zone. So that will be, I have already selected the Southeast 1A. Now I will select the AP Southeast 1B. Okay. And in CIDR, you'll have to write your CIDR like 10.0.0.0. You will have to write like 1.0/24 because we have already used that 0.0. Now next you will have to use 1.0. Okay, if you will use that same 0.0, that will overlap. Okay, just let's check that. Just create. and they will say like CIDR address overlaps with existing CIDR. So you'll have to change that only 1.0. Okay, and now create that. So there are two subnet created, subnet 1 public and subnet 2 public. Okay, so this subnet I will use for my public VPC. Actually, I will have only one VPC that will be hybrid. Few part of that VPC will be public and few part of that VPC will be private. Okay, and next create two more subnet that will be private subnet. Okay. Hmm. Just a minute. Okay, so we are now creating two more subnet that will be private subnet. Okay, select your availability zone. So now for my first subnet, I will select that same AP South East 1A. Okay, and the CIDR will be 10.0.0. 1.0 I have already used, so now I will use 2.0 slash 24. Okay, and next I will create one more subnet that will be private. So I have two public subnet and uh, one private subnet. Let's create one more. Actually, this topic, this VPC topic will be repeated multiple times, so you can understand that. Okay, so this is the first time. I know you are not able to understand that and getting and having some issues with that. So don't worry, we will repeat it multiple times so you can easily understand that. Okay, so I'm just creating subnet 2 and private. Okay, in the availability zone, I will select AP South 1B. So why we are creating two subnets every time actually, two public and two private. So I just want to clear that actually, if you are creating your VPC and subnet only for EC2 instance, okay. So there is no problem. You can create a single subnets also. But if you are planning to launch a database server also, That time you need at least two subnets in the network because only one subnet will not work for your database server. So that's why I'm saying that whenever you will create any subnet, any VPC, create at least two subnets for that, okay, for your network. So subnet to private and just write, just select your 1B, write your CIDR dot 3.0/24. Okay, create that. So we have total four subnet, two is public and two is private. What is the next step? This is not the complete steps. Next is you'll have to attach those subnet with your router, router called root table. Okay, so next go to the root tables, route tables, and here you can find that default route, and another one is your custom route. So there are two routers there. Actually, that router will work as a network traffic handler. Okay, so you can check with their name. So this one is your custom router. So I'm writing their name to root uh, and so you will have to enable that. So uh, actually we are creating hybrid network. So you'll have to create two different routers for your network. So I am creating a route public. Okay, save that. That default actually when you will create your VPC, whenever you will create a VPC, a default router, a route table will be created. Okay, so I'm just going to create another route table. Just route, okay, write their name to route private. Okay, and select your VPC where you want to create that and create. Okay, so in the route table, you can see there are total three route table. First route table is a part of your default VPC. Okay, second one is my public, and third one is private. So next, what is the next step? First, I will complete my public route table. I will complete that. So how I will do? So select your public route table, click on subnet associations and go to edit subnet associations and select your public subnet. So this one is my public subnet and this one is also my public subnet. Okay, and save that. So I have associated two public subnet with my public router. Okay, do the same with the private route table. Select that and select your subnet associations. Okay, then go to edit subnet associations and select your private subnet. Save that. So that subnet is now associated with the route table with public and private. And now I will do one more thing. This route table is currently private route table. I have only renamed that, but that will work like a private one. So I'll have to make that route table as a public. So what you will do, go to the internet gateway and get the create the internet gateway that will be your internet connection for your VPC and the route table. Just select that, write any name, INTGTW. You can write any name to that, okay? Create that. And first attach this internet gateway with your VPC. Select your VPC. So you will get only that VPC which does not have any internet gateway. So this VPC does not have any internet gateway. Attach internet gateway now. And now go back to the root tables again. Select your public root table. Select root. Scroll down and go to edit root. Add root. Select IP. If you are adding internet gateway with your route table, you will have to select this IP address 0000/0, and in the target you will have to select internet gateway, and you will find that internet gateway which you have just created and attached with your VPC. Select that and save. Okay, now you can see that both target is now active. Okay, now this network is ready to use. Next thing is you'll have to enable IPv4 allocation with your public subnet. So what you will do, go to subnet 1, go to action, edit subnet settings, and just click on enable auto assign public IP. So if you will not enable that, so they will not give public IP, okay, to your EC2 instance. Select subnet 2. You will have to do only with your public subnet. Edit subnet settings, enable that and save. Okay, so this VPC is now ready. So what we will do next? Next is we will go through the EC2 instance. Okay, so I will create a EC2 instance now on hybrid network. Okay, just go to launch instance, and that instance I will use with my application load balancer. Okay, okay. So write your instance name, Windows Server. Okay, I will write it to only Delhi. I will create only two instance now. Okay, not three. That will take more time. Okay, so Delhi and Bangalore, I will create only that. So just Delhi and select your operating system. That will be Windows. And select your key pair login, AWS key. And in network settings, you will have to do something. So just click on edit, and in VPC, you will get your own custom VPC. Just click on that, and here you will find that your VPC is there. Okay, and here is two subnet. I can see subnet 1 public, subnet 2 public, and there are two private subnets. So I will select the public subnet for my uh, sorry, private subnet. Sorry, I will select the private subnet for my Delhi instance. Okay, because I'm just going to create a private instance. Okay, private EC2 instance as well as the private load balancer. Okay, so in the next, select your HTTP role, click on that, click on custom and select HTTP. Source type will be anywhere. Okay, and now you can launch your instance. Okay, so this instance is now being created. I will create another instance. Select your operating system, select your keys, and edit that. Network settings, select your VPCN, okay, and select subnet private 2. And in the security group rule, add that HTTP, the custom, select anywhere, and launch your instance. So I have launched two instance, that is the private instance, okay. But that instance does not have any public IP. So how you can connect that? Because if you will not able to connect those instance, how you can install web services, how you can uh, add custom page on that. So for that purpose only, I have created my VPC as a hybrid VPC. So now I will create another instance using that public subnet that will help you to connect with those instance, and you can install web services on that. So now I will launch another instance using public subnet. So I'm writing to public server, okay, Windows, key pair, AWS key. In the network settings, select your VPC and in the subnet, select your public subnet. Okay, subnet 1 public, I am selecting it. The next, in the security group role, select HTTP, anywhere, and launch. Okay, so all those instances now ready. So what I will do first, so first I will connect with my public server, okay, and using this public server, I will connect with the Bangalore and Delhi, okay, because when you will check with the Delhi server, there is no any public IP, you can see, and in Bangalore have the same without public IP. And if you don't have the public IP, you will not able to connect, okay. So there is only one way. First connect with a public server and then you can connect with another Bangalore and Delhi instance. Just go to connect, go to RDP client, download remote desktop file, connect, and they're asking for the password. So just decrypt your password, upload. Okay, just get the password and paste on your RDP. Remember, okay, give consent, yes. Okay, so let's connect with that private instance. So I am on virtual machine. So just type here remote desktop. You can find that actually every Windows instance have already installed that remote desktop connection and copy your private IP. So now go back and just select your Dell instance, copy their private IP because this instance does not have any public IP. So copy the private IP, go back and paste it. Write your username, administrator. Hmm, okay, connect. Now they are asking for the password again. This password, you'll have to decrypt that. This is your Dell instance. Just go to connect, go to RDP client and go and get password, upload, WS key, decrypt, and copy that password. Go back, paste that, remember, okay, Okay, so I have connected with Dell instance. Okay, what I will do next? So next, I will create a home page as well as a regional page on Dell instance. Just select that. Go to C drive. So before that, we'll have to install web service. So just go to server manager. So using my public instance, I have connected with my private instance, that Dell instance. Okay, so just wait for a few minutes and then we will install web service. Okay, now go with the rules and features, server selection, features, sorry, server roles, web server IIS, and add features, and go to confirmation and install that. Okay, so this is now succeeded. Close this. And then next go to File Explorer, C drive, inetpub, www root, delete that and create a home page. Welcome to my website. Okay, save as and save as index.html. And the next, this will be your home page, and next I will create a regional page. Okay, so I'm writing to Delhi and create one more index.html. Welcome to the Delhi. Okay, save as and index.html. So this is also now created. Let's verify that that is working or not. So first of all, you'll have to go back to your public instance. Just click on that, and IP will be changed. So now we are on the sorry, private instance. Just minimize that, and you will be on your public instance. Okay. So now I will open that Edge browser, and I will check with their private IP. This instance is will not be accessible through any public network. Okay. Okay, so this is the browser. Okay, so I'm going back to the console and I will copy that instance private IP. Okay, so this is the Delhi instance and this is the private IP. Just copy that, go back and paste it here. So you can access that. Welcome to my website, and I'm checking with the regional page. I'm writing Delhi. So welcome to Delhi. So if you will use this IP address on your public network, that will not be accessible. Let's check that. This is my laptop browser. I'm just using this IP. That will not be accessible because those instances are private and there is no any internet connectivity. Okay. So the what is the next step? Next step is you'll have to connect with another private instance that is the Bangalore, and then I'll have to connect and install the web services there. So just search for remote desktop again. Okay, copy their private IP. So this is the instance. Okay, so this is the private IP, that instance. Go back, paste it, username, administrator, connect. Now password, how you will get that? So that same way, connect. Select your instance, go to connect and RDP client. Go to get password, upload private key file, scroll down, decrypt your password, and copy that. Okay, so this instance is also ready. I will install the web service first. Go to server manager. Okay, next step is add roles and features. Go to next. Go to server selection, server roles, add web server IIS. Next, go to confirmation and install that. So I'm installing a web service on my another private instance, that is the Bangalore instance. And after that, we will connect those instance with private load balancer, private application load balancer. Okay. Okay, so this is now succeeded. Close this, close this also. Go back to File Explorer, this PC, C drive, inetpub, www-root, and delete that home page and create your custom page. Okay, let's write Bangalore. Okay, and create an index.html. Welcome to the Bangalore. Okay, save as and save as index.html. Now this instance is also ready to use. Okay, so let's verify that. First, I will minimize this one. I'm on this one, so just copy their private IP, that instance private IP. This is the Bangalore instance. Copy their private IP, go back to that instance and paste here and check that. That access will be denied for the first time because there is no any home page. Okay, so I'm writing here Bangalore. Let's check. I will check with their security group. Let's check that. Bound rules, HTTP. So I have selected the HTTPS, so I have to select it to HTTP only. Okay, save that. Okay, now go back and reload that. That will work. Okay. Actually, that security group I was selected as a HTTPS. So now it is also working. Welcome to the Bangalore. Okay. Now I am going back to load balancer. Okay. So in load balancer, if you will create a application load balancer, you'll have to create a target group first. Okay. So just select the target group, create a target group now. Okay, that will be instance. The target will be instances, and target name I will write it to Delhi. Protocol will be HTTP, and next. There is no instance. Let's go back to the target group, create that instances, uh, Delhi, and I will have to select the VPC also. Yes. So you'll have to select the VPC, that custom VPC, okay, and then you can go to next. So in this VPC, we have total 3 instance running. So first of all, I will select the Delhi instance, okay, and then I will add include as pending below and create a target group. So that target group is created, and I will create another one for Bangalore. Create target group. Name is Bangalore. Okay, and select your VPC. That will be custom VPC, VPCN. Okay, because all those instances running in the same VPC. And next, select that Bangalore, include as pending below, and create target group. So I have created that both target group. Next, I will go with load balancers. Go to load balancers. Okay, and create load balancer. You will have to select that one, that application load balancer. Go to create and write your load balancer name. I am writing it to LB, and the scheme will be internal. Okay, so if you will create any public load balancer, you'll have to select the internet facing. Now I'm going to create that private load balancer, so I will select the internal. Okay, scroll down, select your VPC also, that VPCN. Okay, and select availability zone, and in the default action, select your default instance. That will be Delhi. Actually, my Delhi instance have a home page. Okay, so that's why I'm selecting this. And you can just scroll down, create that load balancer. And this is in provisioning state, so we'll have to wait for a few minutes, and then we will try to connect with the load balancer. Okay. And one more thing I have to do actually, I'll have to add another uh, target group with the load balancer. It's still in provisioning, so wait for a more few minutes. Okay, so status is now active. What I will do next? So next, I will edit their listener. I will add another target group. Okay, so this is the LB. Go to rules. There is only one rule and add rule. Uh, that's the Bangalore. Next, add condition. In the condition, I will add path, add double asterisk, Bangalore. Okay, and again double asterisk. Continue. Next, and forward to the target group. So where you want to forward that, that will be Bangalore. So when anyone will hit Bangalore, you will be forwarded to Bangalore. Okay, and then next, priority one, and next, and create. Okay, so this one is now created. But how you can access that? Actually, this is the DNS name. If I will copy it to normal browser, I am just checking that. You will not be access. Uh, this will not be accessible through any public network. Okay. So let's check with the security group also. Maybe there is a problem. So let's go with the security group and just edit their settings. Because every time when you will create a new VPC, that security group will be created, and that is Just delete that, add rules, all traffic, anywhere, and save that. So let's check with their DNS again, that is accessible or not. This DNS will not work. Now I'm going back to that instance, okay, and I will use that DNS on your public instance. Okay. Okay. I'm just checking that. Wait a minute. Okay. That will be HTTP only. Yes, now it is working. Actually, this load balancer is HTTP protocol. I have HTTP protocol. That's why it's not working. Just you can what you will do when you will go through the DNS. Don't copy using this tab. Just you can copy using this one. Okay, like this. Copy this. Go back and just paste it. Okay, and press enter. Okay, now it is working. Now check with their regional link. Delhi, welcome to Delhi. Now I'm changing it to Bangalore. Okay, so both link are working. So this was about a private load balancer, and this load balancer is not accessible through the public network. Okay, so you will have to do more practice on this topic. Okay, so this is not so easy. So do practice more and more time, and then you can easily understand that. And, we will repeat that VPC topic multiple times. Actually, we have not covered that networking topic. So when we will start the networking, we will cover that VPC topic again, and then you will able to understand very easily what is the VPC and how you can configure that. Okay.